So here's the best tips I can give anybody trying to get off grid and live a sustainable homestead life, especially if you don't have a whole lot of money, because most of the time people that make a whole lot of money aren't thinking about wanting to go live a self-sustainable life. And if they are, what you need to realize, if that's you that I'm talking to, is you have plenty of money to do it. I did this with nothing. I'm still doing it, I'm still building it, but my point is, everything is possible without a lot of money. Which leads me to the number one biggest tip that I can give anybody, and that's mentality. Hold on a second, don't scroll. Let me give you an example. When I first started building here, first of all, I flipped an excavator. The amount of rocks on this property is insane. But like I said, if you're on a budget, you don't make a lot of money, and you want to live this lifestyle, you're gonna end up with some rugged ass property that isn't pristine. It's going to require some creativity, some thinking. So anyways, because there's so many rocks everywhere, take a look at this. Every time that I try to dig a hole, I would end up running into a boulder. Look at all these boulders lined up right here. And so you can't measure perfectly 4 feet or 8 feet or 2 feet, whatever you're trying to do. You have to adapt. So what I meant by mentality is I was angry about all of the rocks and how hard it was to do everything. But then I realized I'm looking at the problem the wrong way. It can actually be the solution. Like, look at this beautiful fire pit, and it's gonna be a pizza oven when I'm done with it. Take a look at this. My 360-degree bird cage, I just used boulders for the bottom. Don't mind my ladder, but I lined the whole bottom with boulders for predator proofing. Nothing can get in or out of this cage from the bottom. And then it's completely enclosed on the top to make sure that birds of prey can't come through and snatch my birds up. So this is where I'm going to build a rock fortress. I'm gonna start just pulling these rocks out and stacking them up in a line and build walls until eventually I got something cool as shit. But that's tip number one, is fix your mentality. When you find problems or you run into problems, start flipping it and turning them into solutions. Tip number two, if you ever cross by people within a few miles of your property that's off grid, away from town, smile, wave, be their friend. Because out here, Wild Wild West, cutthroat mentality, there's one of two people. There's either your friend or there is your enemy. You need to distinguish the difference, and you need to establish friendship right off the bat. Out here, you're going to eventually need and want each other. Don't piss off your neighbors. Tip number three, you gotta have your fur babies with you. Because, oh my goodness, and then in the winter time when it snows, they're gonna pull me on a sled, and it's gonna be amazing. Stick around, make sure you're following. I love you guys.